I know it's been a while on the channel, and I want to continually say thank you. Continuously, relentlessly be thankful for everybody that's put any type of prayer or any type of support towards the channel in the last couple weeks. Man, I can't even tell you how this whole thing started with my health. I know for at least the last few months, man, I've been feeling a myriad of different things going on inside of my body. And I tell you, and pushing forward and continue to do videos and stuff like that really was motivating for me. So it was, uh, I can only say that this started kind of like maybe last Saturday, or not last Saturday, but the Saturday before or Sunday. You know, what happened was I was just kind of just sitting here, just thinking about content and just thinking about life. Sometimes in this room, this is like my space to do and think and play video games and stuff. And I was just sitting here thinking, and I kind of felt like some kind of uncomfortable feeling in the back of in my back. And I was just like, well, maybe it's just a 40-year-old sting, you know what I mean? So throughout the rest of the week, I started feeling more and more horrible. Like there was like more constrictions while I was breathing. I was feeling like this sharp sting while I was inhaling with my mouth. And by Friday, man, I was out of conviction. I don't even know how I got through the work week last week. But I knew something was going on because I never go to bed at 8:30. So I was going to bed from like Tuesday last week all the way up until this past Saturday. I was going to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I was like, yeah, definitely. Even my wife knew, like, I never go to bed that early. Um, so on the 4th, I just decided to go to the emergency room. And what ended up happening was that they ended up taking an x-ray of my abdomen. But in the process of taking the x-ray of the abdomen, they was able to see part of my lower lung. So they were seeing like a lot of fluid and um, like a lot of fluid in the CT scans and stuff. And what I had been going through, they kind of just diagnosed it as a slight ammonia. And I had never had the ammonia before. And after having it, I don't wish the ammonia on my worst enemy. Man, because and so, I'm and just because the way I was, man, like I was sweating, I was I was tired, man. I went to work and I just remember like I was just sluggish. I was out of breath. And I tell you, man, like I'm a naturalist when it comes to health. Like I really trust the way that God made our bodies, but I do acknowledge the reasons why we need the medical system. So um at the same time, man, like when I was in the ER, I felt fine. My fever was at that time throughout the week. I think my fever had to have been at least 103. Working in the hot sun and stuff, man. Like I really thought I wasn't something bad was gonna happen. So um, after I went to the ER, they were able to get my my temperature down. But it eventually, like even after I left, and they gave me some antibiotics while I was there. But even after I left, it was still pretty much a high fever, and I think it peaked back up to about 102 that Saturday, and I started taking the medicine that they gave me, the antibiotics. Man, and I tell you what, whatever this antibiotic is, and whatever issues I had in my body at that time, bro, I have not felt this good since February. Um, I haven't felt this good in a long time. Like I really do feel like I had like complete control of my body back. Like just I feel normal. And I mean, my fever completely didn't break until about Wednesday. probably around about 6 o'clock Wednesday, when the fever actually broke. I was um even those posts where I had while I was smiling, I was still kind of like going through it. And I never thought that I would be in that position, especially catching the ammonia in midsummer. I thought the ammonia was more of like a winter thing. And it made me think about my Uncle Wayne, and he had passed back in 2005, believe, or was it 2007? He had passed from the ammonia. And just to even get a little bit of what he was going through, it made me cry a little bit for him, because like I actually know what that feels like, to not be able to breathe correctly. And I was, at first I was just thinking like, how did I get this? Like, who did I touch? You know what I'm saying? Like, and but it ended up being a blessing in disguise. Like, I was able to get some medicine, and I tell you, man, whatever this medicine is, like whatever infections I may have had in my body, like it's cleaning out everything. Like it's touching everything. Anything that I may have felt over the last few months, like it is touching. It is touching. So but yeah, I feel better now. We'll get back to recording probably on Monday. Um I just, I thought about recording, but I just don't feel it right now. Like, I just want to make sure I'm completely out of the woods, and I got to take another CT scan on Tuesday just to make sure everything's good. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but yeah, man, it was just a wild week. It was just a very wild week, and I just want to thank my wife for supporting me. She ended up catching a little bit of the fever that I had, and I ended up having to take care of her a little bit when I got better. And I just want to give a shout out to her for being patient with me, because I turned into a complete baby. Um, but also want to give a most humble shout out to all the supporters and the people on the channel, um, for expressing their concerns on that post. I read every word, and it touched me to my heart, man. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update and let you guys know that we'll be back recording all the newest content that we got to do and getting back to the donation request. Um, Most likely on Monday. So, but with that being said, thank you for listening. Catch you guys on another one. Peace.